What's the vibe though? What's the vibe though? What's the vibe though? What's the vibe? 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 What's the vibe?
Shookwaves.
Welcome to a new segment of What's the Vibe though? We'll be calling Shook Waves
Shookwaves.
because we'll be discussing things that overall have the vibe of the culture, shook it. As you could gather from the title, the culture is shook it up, if you will, by a one mo to the apostrophe Nique. We are already going ham about Katt Williams, whose interview aired January 3rd, 2024 on Club Shay Shay, and has since amassed 58,619,357 views. What I'm telling you is how many views that is, but only has, as I mentioned, homie, it only has 1.5 million likes. So that goes to show you how hard you have to work just to get a like. So I just wanted to add in, like, keep everybody's head up. Keep your head up, bro. Keep your head up, sis. All right, so now we have our favorite, most beloved black woman scorned, Monique, telling it like it is. Shannon Sharp is making so much money. Let me hold something. Tell me your thoughts about this. Tell me, homie, what's the vibe, though?
So basically, I'll just say, like, it's information we knew because she already put it out before even going on Shannon's show. Like, when she talked about the Tyler Perry tape and him saying it, and a lot of people knew about it. And when she spoke on it the first time, she got discounted. And I feel like her having another platform, Shay Shay or whatever, I'm calling this man Shannon. I'm not calling him Shay Shay.
Clearly.
But yeah, so basically, I'd say that it was important to do so, and I'm glad he had her on, and I'm glad the conversation went the way it did from what I've seen.
Yes. Did you have, like, specifics that really stood out to you, though, about what she said? Because she kind of talked about more than... She talked about some deep stuff, though, on this episode.
I feel like the points that I got to see, because I didn't get to see all of it, the points that I saw were like the Tyler Perry thing, the Oprah thing, Kevin Hart kind of turning his back on her, Al Sharpton of all people turning his back on her.
Al Sharpton? Wait a minute, did I hear about Al? I thought I watched it.
Did you see that part? So apparently, I think watching it all together kind of like muddies things up because it came into different segments too. He posted the full thing and then he did segments.
Yes.
I think the segments are more digestible than the full thing. But yeah, so basically she told Al Sharpton and showed him the tape of Tyler Perry admitting how he cost her family millions and like spread rumors about her being difficult to work with in the Hollywood sphere and all that stuff like that. And when she showed him, he was like, "That's not right, sister, I'm gonna help you out." The next thing you know, she doesn't hear back from him, and he like endorses Tyler Perry's private jet or whatever he's doing. Yeah, so he bought him out pretty much. Yeah, that's what one of the segments showed. Monique was talking about, and then Kevin Hart really discredited her. To her face was like,
Nah, I did hear that part.
Yeah, the Kevin Hart part. I think.
What did you think about that, though?
It's not the first story. It's not the first story of him being Two-Faced, though.
Really? Who else?
No, and it's just like that's really sad because I just.
But who else said that he was Two-Faced?
Like that. He could have just told her, like, "Oh, I don't want to mess with you no more because I don't want to be involved." He could have just told her.
But who else said he was Two-Faced? Because I don't be getting involved. Now you telling me Kevin Hart? From the last thing that I knew, wasn't he the one who put Tiffany Haddish on, right?
I knew they knew each other early on, but I don't know about putting people on. I don't know about all that.
See, from everything that I knew, he was trying to put people on and stuff like that. But anyway, go ahead. So who else said that he was Two-Faced?
Well, Katt of all people.
Right.
The whole soul selling thing or whatever else, but I mean, while he did like shortchange Monique, he still like helped her out with the money. She mentioned the whole check thing, helping her family out. Like that was cool and all, but don't do that in private. But in public, be like, oh, I don't want to fuck her at all. Business wise, that's really unprofessional. Personally, that's just why would you even lie to her like that in her face?
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I mean, it's been 2 years, and you haven't even. That's kind of. I've been seeing some.
Weird.
Yeah, it's wild, yo. I've been seeing some posts about like people. Huh?
It doesn't make any sense. Go ahead.
No, it doesn't. I mean, just be a man. I mean, when you short, first of all, when you are already vertically challenged, you need to do all of the big man things that you can to keep your respect. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that. It's the fact that like you have so much pull in the industry. You've gotten where you are. You can't help her out, even though she's not in the wrong, because you the powers that be are telling you not to. That's stupid. Especially when he preaches about realness and all that stuff. Then stand on it. That's all I'm saying.
Stand on business. Stand on business.
Literally, like it's your own. Like, why would you not help her out? She didn't even do anything wrong. She just needed to be compensated because they cheated her for money. That happens all the time.
Yeah, that's just everyday living rules that we. Once again, it keeps on standing out to me. The whole law is fulfilled. You know, I'm going to always throw a scripture up here. The whole law is fulfilled in this, that we love our neighbor as ourselves. Now, do you want somebody to steal from you? These are the points that Monique was bringing up on, as you said, I am not going to call this behemoth of a man Shay Shay. Clearly, I cannot.
I can't call that man Shay Shay, but...
Yeah, but like that's what Monique was saying, like just reason within yourself. And I love the way that she was talking about her honesty and stuff, because I feel like that's something that I have suffered with a lot in life, is like I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm just gonna tell the truth. And the truth seems to be uncomfortable to some people. They just don't like it. They don't get down with it. They think that you should shuck and jive and beat around the bush and all of this kind of stuff. But she poses the real question. Do you want somebody to cheat you out of $25 million, she said?
Yeah.
No, I don't. So then if I love my neighbor as myself, then I'm not going to want to cheat my brother out of $25 million, point blank. Like,
literally anyone. What like the gall to say that you're not going to defend her in public, Oprah. You're not going to defend her publicly, Daniels. Yes, he apologized, but he still did it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that he apologized, because Lee's, like, big. Like, his name is big. He carries a lot, so I'm surprised he actually apologized. But, I mean, good on him for apologizing in public and actually owning up to his stuff. Because the average person, especially up there, they don't do that. They don't really care.
Obviously they are naming the people that really don't care about whether they do you wrong. And I mean, I'm wondering how Oprah is feeling right now, because she is getting the heat from The Color Purple with Taraji P. Henson and them treating them wrong, and again, and now all of these people are like, it's almost like the Me Too movement. Remember when they just all of a sudden started coming in droves saying, Me Too, Me Too, bruh. Me Too.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, people that did speak out about Oprah before have just been silenced or anything like that. So it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a thing. Same with Tyler Perry. Same with everything. And I understand why Taraji didn't speak up, but girl, like, it's your time. People are seeing it. People are acknowledging it. So just come out with it. I don't think, like, I mean, yes, it's gonna hurt financially, because like they're gonna still come after her, but I don't know. There's integrity as well. But I mean, I understand she doesn't want to mess her pockets, so that's fine. I mean, I get it both ways. So.
Yeah, I mean.
But her pockets are still hurting because she's getting hurt either way, so she might as well just keep speaking.
Yes, because let's not forget. I will not forget how the people of Lahaina, Maui, are still trying to rebuild right now. I will not forget that, yo. I mean, it doesn't matter whether I forget it or not, But whether you say something about it or you acknowledge that something is wrong, why is it that you can go to jail for being guilty by association? If you see something, and let me just say this, as we have said before, if it does not apply, let it fly. See something, say something, I know was really created for us to be against us. But in the manner of which I am saying see something, say something, this is when you are seeing injustices being done to your sister or brother, whether they are the same ethnicity of you or not. You need to say something. It's not okay.
No.
Like when she told that daggone dude that their baby was not his. What?
Okay, so refresh me on that.
Oh my God. So Monique was talking about how people have not been, they don't like to hang out with her because she's honest, and she always been like that. So like even way back in high school, she had a homegirl who got pregnant by this dude, and but she was dating this other dude. And she said, it's not his baby, but I'm going to tell him that it is his baby. And Monique was like, I'm not going to let that fly. Like, I'm going to tell him because that's wrong. But people will crucify you for that.
Yeah, I think that's just basic human decency. I'm not surprised when she said, well, when you're telling me that she said that. Because one, that's shitty. That's like 18 plus years of a person's life wasted because you lied to them about, their son or not son. Like I think that's insane. I think for a person to feel okay with doing that and living and dying with that secret is honestly just despicable. So I mean, for her to do that just speaks to her character.
And that is true. While I appreciate that all of these things are being brought to the light, anything that's done in the dark is going to be brought to the light anyway. But to me, a lot of this stuff kind of has like an Emmett Till kind of feel to it.
And what do you mean by that?
Definitely. So you know how the woman lied about Emmett Till, and she kept that lie until she was on her deathbed, and then she told it. But she has lived a life of a person who did not lie for all of that time. Does it really do any good? Like, okay, so what? So they took your $25 million and they have actually compounded interest on that $25 million. They have garnered so many other things. Like she said, the Parkers, $2 billion, and they haven't gotten paid.
Yeah.
Does it matter
that
now?
Part is actually very sad because that was one of her biggest shows. That was one of her biggest successes. And for her not to get as much money as she deserved on that is just ridiculous because that was her show.
Yep. And that's how they did, man.
I think the interview itself just kind of speaks to not sitting down and just kind of like, oh, but they're famous, or oh, but they're this to us, so we should kind of just not even talk about it. That's a huge problem. But like, why are certain figures untouchable and why are other figures scrutinized constantly for simply just being themselves? I think that's really stupid. That's really stupid.
I mean, it is. I really think that I can't understand where the mindset comes from either, but I do feel like just talking about the distractions that people have about things that don't even matter. Like, we should call things out. Like you said, we shouldn't just let those things go. That is a problem. They just get swept under the rug. All of the people that said things before just got swept under the rug. We should call things out, but also once they're called out, why are we wasting so much time? How much time do you think that the American people, not even the American people, but how much time do you think that all of these people over the world now that have viewed these interviews are going to spend fully vested in the interviews to come?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, because even when they said, "Oh, Tyler Perry come on the show," "Oh, Oprah come on the show," I was watching with Ethan. Ethan's here, by the way. Say hi.
Oh, what up, homie?
Oh, what's up, man?
Not a lot. So what happened?
So basically, we were watching it, and when she called them out to come on the show, both her and Shannon, she kept telling her, "Look at the cameras." I don't think she's gonna do that. One reason I don't think Oprah's gonna do it, or Tyler Perry, because one, they're just very silent, kind of like, I'm gonna do my evil
Stuff.
and I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna like actually address it. Because if Oprah wants to do an interview, it's gonna be on her terms, on her turf, or her camera crew and all that stuff, because she likes to control stuff. Same with Tyler Perry. Like, she didn't want to be with Monique's husband / manager. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. What are you gonna say to her that you can't say to both of them at the same time? Like, I don't think it's actually gonna go anywhere, because they're not gonna actually do anything about it unless she goes the legal route with it. I don't know if she has, but should have already.
Man, so do I hear you also challenging Oprah and Tyler Perry and them to go on to Club Shannon Sharp?
I mean, of course they should, but they're definitely not going to. They're very elitist. Like,
They
both
are.
of them. They're not going to do that. I promise you that. They're not going to be on Shannon's show anytime soon.
Man, I don't know. I really don't know, man. Can you imagine the money that he would make if Oprah Winfrey sat down on that couch? But also, how much do you think that she would try to charge him for the interview?
Probably in the same amount that he probably couldn't match. I'm thinking. This lady owns a large amount of Hawaii.
I know. That's why I mentioned them.
She doesn't care. She's going to keep doing what she's doing. I don't think it's going to do anything, or like, maybe it'll create a conversation, and it's going to die out soon enough because people don't have a big attention span to actually get stuff done. So I don't think they're going to be on the show. I think it's just going to be swept under the rug. Unless Monique wants to take it to court, which she should have already done, we can't do anything about it.
So
you can talk all you want, but at the same time, like, nothing's going to get done if you can't actually proceed. But I know she has to have lawyers. Like, she's not stupid.
I mean, I'm sure that she does, but at the same time, there is something to be said these days in 2024 for sure about public embarrassment. I mean, which is interesting because public embarrassment is a very ancient form of punishment for a crime against your fellow man. Did you know that?
Yes, but at the same time, like, it doesn't have the same effect on mad wealthy people. Like, they don't care. They're like, oh, well, you ain't equal. I'm rich. I'm still making money. I feel like, oh, big deal. Big whoop, you know? They don't care.
Well,
like, own network, own magazine, all that stuff, still making money. Tyler's still making money. Y'all still gonna watch any movie or video he puts out because that's how like are. They don't really care when it comes to them. They're like, oh, that's big dog. Oh well. They don't care. They'll be mad for like 2 seconds and then go back about their business. People are just not. They want to care, but sometimes they just don't. You know, they just really don't.
They
won't.
won't.
Monique said they're not going to care about a fat black woman talking
stuff.
She didn't even want to say the word fat, but like, that's what it is. Like, they got mad that her husband stood by her side, and it was being a husband. So like, I don't think they're gonna. As a general sense, at least the older generation is not gonna get crap about this. I really don't think so.
And that's actually what's sadder to me is y'all are the older generation. Like, y'all are the main ones who are supposed to have valued the institute of marriage, or would have been like, oh, I'm proud of that black man for standing behind her, because that's such, it seems to be, as it is being presented to us, it is a fleeting image to see a strong black man supporting his wife in both finances, faith, and family, and all of those ways. And yeah, that is sad. Like she said, why would they put them up on the chopping block like that for that? We just can't be satisfied. That's the problem. People can't be satisfied. If it's going good for you, they're not happy. If it's going bad for you, they're not happy because it's not going bad enough.
Like you said, or like she said, she can't win. There's no winning.
It's definitely no winning when you are not the status quo. I am learning.
Yeah, especially you're not put to priority. Not the black community. There's levels to it. There's black men, there's black women, And then there's everyone else that is black that happens to be in different categories, like trans or fat or just not the status quo.
Okay,
And that's
the
what it is.
otherwise undesirables, dark skin, you know.
Yeah. I forgot about the colorism as well. So it's like there's levels, which shouldn't be, but there's still a hierarchy. No matter what. In every community, there is a hierarchy. No matter what.
Man, now my mama has called me, my aunt has called me 2 times while we are doing this. But I know that you had to go by about 4 o'clock anyway. So, I mean, we can definitely dive a little bit more. I'm sure some. Oh, Katt Williams done invited her to do the comedy tour.
Oh, no, because I saw him on tour because he was on tour last month. And I was looking at tickets that I just didn't. I was like, yo, let me stack my bread up. But I wanted to go, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. We'll see. If he comes back around, I'll try to catch it because I really want to see him in live because I've never seen him live, you know. But yeah, we can wrap this up and we can talk more about it because there's definitely more stuff we didn't even hit. So we'll discuss it further later.
All right, bet. All right, y'all. Well, this has been another episode of What's the Vibe, though.
Shookwaves.
We'll see you guys Friday, unless we get shook.
We'll see.
All right. Hold on. You should like and subscribe, though. Find out what's the vibe, though. Like and subscribe, though. Find out what's the like and subscribe, though. Find out what's the vibe, though. Like and subscribe, though. Find out what's the vibe, though. Like and subscribe, though. Like and subscribe, what's the vibe, though.